In the meantime, don't mind. Can everybody just quickly grab a piece of paper and a pen? You will need it later. Or those that is tuning in using the laptop, you can stand by our notepad. It's for a small activity. All right. All right. Give me a minute. Okay, just let me open the chat. All right, so those teams are filled. Okay, so today, as guys can see, I'm going to share and to a certain extent, let you all have some first-hand experience when it comes to understanding yourself as well as each other for a team learning based setting. So as contrast to the earlier presenter, which talks about the different audiences, this one, I suppose it's closer to us working with one another. Whether be you're a floor judge working with other floor judge or you are a head judge that is building a team for upcoming major event. So a little bit about myself first. I'm a level 1 from Singapore. I've started magic in about 10-12 years ago in 2010. So compared to some, I'm relatively new. Yeah, I started during the new Phyrexia set. Okay, so as a full-time job, I actually do analysis work and a little bit on my secondary appointment, a bit on human capital development. So I deals with people quite a lot. That's why today I'm sharing some soft skills right here through this conference. All right. At the same time, I also help to run 2 stores in Singapore. One being tabletop and the other being Kelvin then. So if you guys have the chance to visit Singapore, do drop by, do say hi. All right. So without further ado, I will jump into the slides. Okay, so since we are on the business of Magic the Gathering, wait, why isn't my slide moving? All right, so it's moving. I shall use a metaphor that it's closely related to most of us. So, okay, so I'm going to probably get some participation from you guys. You guys can just pop it into the chat box so I don't feel lonely, all right? So question number 1, why do you think I show this photo? What do you think is, in my opinion, one of the most favorite card type for most players? Anybody? Why did I show this photo? Anybody can just type in the chat so that I know that the chat is working. Yes, correct. So lens. So why lens? Lens basically most of the lens are based on nature, are based on the scenery. So nature is an ideal example for us to consider because nature actually brings together many elements. As you can see in this photo, you get to see the grass, the ground, the air, the sky, the sun, and the water. So these are some ways that actually we can break nature into different pieces for us to study. All right, so now moving to these 4 pictures. All right, I know one of the questions that you're going to ask me is something is missing. Yes, precisely. So when I was preparing this deck of slides, actually it is adopted from a system that is crafted by professionals in not racism in the States. So there's actually only 4 elements. But once again, because this is Magic the Gathering, I decided to take something that is relatable, closer to us, to our hearts. and tag it to each of these elements. So take a minute or two, look at the photos and start to think which photo actually or which land actually appeal to you most and why. But you keep the answer to yourself because later on we'll move on to what actually this land stands for. Okay, so take a look and done. We shall move to the next slide. Okay, so a quick sharing why, once again, why nature was adopted to use as an example to explain the different characteristics each individual have, the differences between people. Okay, so there's four principles of nature that we can build on. First, will be the respecting diversity. As can see, once again, as I have mentioned, people are different. We have friends that is some we like, some we don't like, but they all are very different, right? So similar to nature, it is the combination of many different elements, earth, air, water, and fire to create this beautiful land or scenery. Or even things like a single tree. A single tree, you will need all these elements to actually create it. It does not just sprout from nowhere. So the tree will need sun, will need water, will need earth just to become a tree. All right. And then next will be work independently. For example, once again, using the tree, a tree would depend on all four elements to survive. No water, it dies. No sun, it can't grow. No land, it just like can't even be there. Okay, then also it creates synergy. So you cannot just mix all four together to create a tree. Like nature actually create the tree through synergy. Like when it was still a seed, you need some warmth, and then followed by some water and the right ground conditions for it to start sprouting and become a tree. So this is the synergy between the elements of nature to actually work together. So see, we are trying to drive towards how each of these elements create team synergy, which is our today's topic. Also, of course, lastly, be sustainable. So one thing about nature is that nature endures. Nature efficiently recycles and regenerates, which is what we want to explore today. How we can identify and make use of each other's pros and how to handle each other's cons to make the team work. Okay, so now moving on. Wait, slides. All right, so remember just now I asked you to grab a piece of paper and a pen. Now, looking at all these words, please ignore the cards behind unless you can decipher what they are. I think probably only the sapling or the plant token can be seen properly. All right, and then write down now 6 words that closely resonates with you. There are no right or wrong responses. Okay, we'll probably give 2 minutes. Slowly look through each of these words. Be sure to choose those words that once you see it, aha, this is me. And not those that you want to be or hope to be. All right, 6 words that put together, people will say, yeah, this is you. Okay, we'll take another minute. I grab some water. Guys, please do write down the 6 words because later on, these 6 words will help you understand yourself as well as your friends. And it's the results will be used for the activities later on. Okay, 30 seconds more. Yes, I have a timer with me. Okay, I guess most of you probably have your 6 words already. So now the next thing that you have to do is, ta-da, from the 6 words on your list, count how many numbers that you have ends with 1, 2, 3, or 4. In other words, group them together. Count how many words you have that ends with 1, how many words that you have that ends with 4. Example, if I have facts and firm on my list, I will count as two words that ends with 1. Okay, we will take another minute for this. Okay, let me repeat. Just count how many words that ends with the same number that is right below the word that you have selected earlier. Example, if I choose critical and logical, it means that I have 2 words that ends with the number 2. If I choose firm, blunt, and facts, it means that I have 3 words that ends with the number 1. Okay. All right. So I'll think that everybody have counted. Anybody need more time? I'll just count to 5. If you need more time, just type in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we'll move on from here. Okay. So after you have derived how many numbers, how many words that you have end with the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, I need you all to do something. Add the element to your display name, because that will be used for your breakout rooms later. All right. So for example, your highest is mountain. For example, my highest is mountain. I'll put mountain underscore Kelvin Lim. Can everybody do that now? It's for the activity later. All right, so what if it's tied? If it ties, choose the one that appeals to you more. Remember our earlier conversation? I asked you all to look at the images, which ones appeal to you. See the number of words again. Hold on. Just let me go back to one slide. All right, here you go. All right, just for the fun of it, don't change your numbers because it's not the land that you like. Okay. Seems like you're near a holiday. Well, maybe after I show you what planes means, probably you will change your mind. Okay, so now everybody have their elements. So we have island Kok Siang, we have plains Hanok, we have plains Shugang. All right, so now going to the next part. Okay, just let me go through each of every one of these elements and give you a rough idea what the psychologists actually break down these elements and what they do, they actually mean. So for us, it's firm. Okay, and this is generally how it's being described. The forest is bold and sturdy. Forest elements are very confident in the way they walk, they talk, and no, it's not about what color player you are. Just ignore the part first, okay? Now we are talking about what kind of character you are. It doesn't affect what kind of colors you'll be playing later on. Okay, so for us, it's not about ramping very fast and big creatures. Okay, for us today, it's about bold and sturdy. All right, the way that they walk, they talk, they are very confident. Then they are all about goals, being able to be in control about the end product, achievement, and winning to them. It's very, very important. They are, in short, objective driven. Okay, so to them, they need to be quick and possibly risk decisions will come easily. All right. But okay, so every of this element, I'll put something below, which is the part. So this is something for you to guess, all right? So the question is, after looking at how we describe the forest, what do you think others will, others like, the impression of others will be like? There is, sometimes they feel that, oh, why is this person like this? Anybody want to give a guess? Like, how are they being perceived? That, okay, arrogant is one. Okay. Yeah, actually, all these questions, uh, have more or less, kind of describe how usually, unfortunately, these elements are being incorrectly perceived, because it doesn't mean that when this fella is objective driven, wants to just get things done. It sometimes people think that they can be impulsive, can be arrogant. So for people that has a high element forest, the question that they should ask themselves is, when should I let go of being firm and in control? So these are sometimes the question that they have to think. But once again, it's not exactly true for these things that how they are being perceived. It is just how they are. And you will know that as different circumstances, different scenarios, you will need people like them, because they are the one that will tell you, come everybody, let's bring everybody down to the ground. We need to talk, we need to make a decision, we need to know how to move forward. So this is the forest for you. All right, now I'll move to the next element. Next element is plains. I'm not going to path to exile anybody, and plains is not about wrath or exiling people. All right, so plains are people that is clear. They are very orderly and very focused individuals, relying on their ability to think things out. All right, they are very logical. They excel in finding logical solutions and sense make when it comes to handling difficult situation. Basically, Plains is like the thinker. It's like the blue player, right? So that's why I say don't bring in the what color player into the picture, because it will start to confuse things. All right, Plains does not mean blue player, but it behaves or it describes as something like a blue player. Okay, so once again, anybody want to guess what is the part? Well, slow is almost there. It's basically, sometimes people will think that the plains individuals, yes, indecisive, think too much. Yep. So the question that a plains individual should periodically ask him or herself, when should I let go of being clear and logical? Yeah. Okay, so this is for plains. And we move on to the island. All right. Island, it's calm. Island is not the one that always asks you, respond, respond, respond. Do you want to play one? Do you want to play one? Do you want to play one? No, there is no island, right, in this case. All right. So for island is caring. Island is consistent. Island elements are important in holding families and teams together. They are very, very emotional. They are the feelings, all right, they are the feelings. And they are loyal and deeply feeling people who show steadfast effort, great patience, and a desire. Okay, the keyword here, a desire for harmony and flow. All right, and the interesting fun fact, all right, the fun fact. Oftenly in a group setting or in the like a what do you call it, a statistic staple size. All right, you'll find that about almost half a normal population will score highest in water, which is not exactly a bad thing. because it means that people care for one another, people care for people around them. Okay? So, once again, what is the but? Anybody want to throw something? What's the but? What is the but right here? The reason why we have all these but, it's to actually move towards the conversation later on to see how we should handle them, how we should not make them upset. People pleaser, and maybe. Some people will say that they get too easily too emotional, right? Like sometimes they get swayed by their emotions. They are unable to make informed decisions without being affected on how they feel. So at certain scenarios, you will see that they'll be put in a very difficult situation because they do care for the person, but the issue may be the person is wrong. All right. So for the island, the question that island individuals should ask is, when should I let go of being calm and patient? All right. And the last one, the mountain. Mountain is bright. Mountain is sunny. Mountain is enormous. Mountain is not RDW. All right. Okay. So mountain is basically individuals that look at the positive of life. They love to explore possibilities and inspire others to to see bright futures, to see different ways to do things, to give another point of view. Yes, possibilities, Tom. That one, that's a hit on. All right, it's something like possibilities, Tom. All right, so at least 4 elements of this is quite accurate. All right, so mountain elements are often being colorful, love variety, and have a great sense of fun. Okay, so once again, what's the but? What's the but? Anybody? What's the but? Yes, so carelessness. Some people will say that they seem to be not serious. Actually, this part can be quite prominent in some individuals. You see that they find fun in doing every single thing, whether is it things that people hate to do, whether is it things that people don't want to do. You just see that, wow, they can just see things so positively. They just enjoy every single thing that they do. But at times, people will just feel that, hey, I think this guy just not very serious at work. Like when they get scolded by the boss, they just smile and say that it's okay. The boss is teaching us a lesson, and he's helping me to grow. Yeah. So, but to the boss, it can be, well, this guy not taking me seriously. Okay. So next, I will share with you more about all these elements. Okay, we are still moving towards the scenario, and we are still on the part that I'm trying to share with you, the different type of elements, let you understand yourself better. Now that you know which one of your element is the strongest, just a quick sharing that you can have multiple elements. Everybody has multiple elements. It's just that some elements are more prominent. Usually, when you make a decision, your primary element is what kicks in first before your secondary. All right. So you will see that even though when there's two person that is very prominent in a certain element, like for example, forest, he or she may not end up doing the same thing, or at least the follow-up action may be different, just because their secondary highest is on a separate element. So don't take away thinking that you are like mountain and just mountain. All right, you will probably have mountain and something else, just that not that strong. Okay, sometimes you'll behave like a plane, sometimes you'll behave like an island. Okay, so more fun facts. All right, so anybody want to guess which two elements are left brain, which two elements are right brain? I think this one a bit hard to type out. So let me just share with you all to speed up the process. Okay, so this is generally how we divide them. The forests and the plains are left brainers, the island and the mountains are right-brainers, because if you think of it, sometimes when people describe the left brain and the right brain, people talk about individuals being logical, individuals being creative, logical being the left brain, creative being the right brain. And if you think of it, the logical people, the forest, the ones to make quick decisions, they want to bring things on the ground, stop floating around, very decisive. And then you have your planes, that is logical thinker. Here's your left brain. And then here's, when you move on to the right brain, here's your individuals that are um, more emotional, they are more lively, more creative. That's your right brain. All right, so there are certain truths to this, all right? Okay, then the next thing, external and versus internal focus. Once again, I'll push this through because it's rather hard. Okay, so this sharing actually is best done face to face in a setting where everybody can sit down. So maybe this can be done in the next physical jobs conference again. Okay, so in the meantime, this is for your info to learn more about yourself, at least for today's session. Okay, so the ones on the left and the right, if you can see, is detached. Those are external. So forest and mountain, those are individuals that focuses on their surrounding, that focuses on other people, that focuses on the goals, the solutions, the ideas. Whereas the plains, the island, are individuals that are more internal focused. They start by asking, how would they do things? How are things supposed to be done? You can see the planes are logical people, so they start to internalize what's the scenario, how things need to be done. Whereas the island, it will start to ask, I feel that this should be done like this. I feel that this is wrong. So you can see the difference, external versus internal focus. Okay. And then the next question, conceptual and versus practical individuals. Okay, so we have conceptual. The plains and the mountains are your best individuals to come up with different new concepts, new ideas, things that you need to solve. So, but the way they do things, once again, is rather different. The plains are individuals that will think of logic. So this plus this equals to this. In order for you to get this solutioning, you need to come up with different criteria, different processes to fix this problem. And then your mountain is someone that tell you, hi, why not we do this thing this way? There are many ways to skin a cat. All right, there are thousands of ways. You can try these new ideas. So that's your mountain. And then on the opposite, you have your forests and your islands being very practical. Forests, needless to describe, it will be individuals that says, hey, this thing has been done this way. Look at the past records. Just do it this way. All right, we just get it done. First stop. Very practical. And your island will come up to you to say, I feel that we should do it this way because in the past it has been done. If we try something else, maybe we can get into trouble. So you see, emotion starts to come in, and that's what's make them practical. And once again, you see, because even though they are coming from different approaches, to some extent, they're actually quite similar based on the three parts that I've shared with you using these three slides. All right, so this is where actually when you weave them together, synergy happens. Okay, so all right, something for you all to guess. Probably because these are short answers. Just now that one is long answer, so I think this one we can use the chat. Anybody want to guess? How does each element handles money? Okay, if you want to guess, you just put forest do what, mountains do what, island. So you see the comics, something that we all love to do. We like to crack all these cardboard cracks. My God, everybody spends it. Okay, maybe I don't keep everybody in suspense. That statements are very, very true. We all spend it on cardboards, no matter what game, but most importantly, Magic the Gathering. The best present that you can get your partner is a booster box. No other present in the world you can open 37 times. The outer wrapper and 36 booster packs. Okay, so right, let me go through line by line. So in general, for us, individuals controls the money. So you know who you should choose to be a treasurer, or who will make a good wife that saves money for you. Or if you like to spend money, try not to find a forest girlfriend or wife. Okay, and then planes. Planes individual will count money. You'll make sure your every cent is correct. So once again, okay, so finance, there are finance that controls money, there are finance that counts money. Eh? And then we have island. Island should be your best friend. Island shares money. So look for the islands in the chat, in the participants. You better write their names down. They will be your best friends. Hello, islands. Of course, lastly, mountains spend it. So mountain will spend. So mountains, find yourself an island. Stop removing your elements. You need your elements for later the breakout rooms. All right. So guys, please help our moderators. Please do change your names to the elements that you all have, that which is the highest. Okay, the next scenario. What do you think it's important to each element when they are buying a food? Okay, we shift a little bit out the Magic the Gathering conversation because everybody will say, I will buy cards. Okay, anybody want to give a guess what's important to an individual when they're buying a phone? Just a phone. See, the phone need to allow you to do this, to watch Magic the whole day. So please, the answer is not the phone must be able to watch coverage. No, for us, the specs. Okay, so for us, let me just bring out for us. No, for us, because they are being objective driven, technically they don't even want to waste time getting a phone. You will just help me go buy the best. That's all. Because to them, very practical. Get it, use it, solve the problem. So for planes, the planes, very logical, is going to read all the reviews, check all the specifications, the best quality for the price. So next time, if you want to buy something, ask a planes fella to advise. Yes, precisely, value for money. Spot on. That is the right way to GSM Arena. But GSM Arena, you need effort to compare. Ask the planes guy to compare for you. Okay, then the island. Island will do comparison by shopping, and then meaning they will just hop between shops, and then you'll buy from the nicest salesman. So if you are someone that sells magic cards, you will love island element people. Just be nice. Hi sir, how is your day? Would you like a cup of coffee? Oh, off the shelf all your Modern Horizon 2 collector booster boxes. Gone. All right, then the last type, the mountain. So the mountain, anything flashy with the latest bells and whistles. Cost is irrelevant. In short, flamboyance. The mountain likes to be loud, likes to be the talk of the town. Okay, so all right, so this is something that a lot of people would ask. So what happens? What happens if the whole team is filled with the same element? Okay. So we have, okay, oh, so there's some typo here. Just let me go through them. Fire is actually mountain. So mountain, you will have lots of fun, lots of great ideas, but you'll be very, very chaotic. Probably you'll spend the whole day having fun and not doing any single productive things. For example, if you're doing a group project, if the whole group is a mountain, you'll spend the whole day playing and nobody's gonna do anything. Okay, and then Earth is actually forest. So forest will quickly get things done after arguing who knows best. So you see, it is not exactly a good thing if you have a team that actually fills fools with everybody of the same element. Yeah, it sometimes it's not about the birds of the same feather flocks together. You actually creates frictions and problems. So the air is actually the planes. So planes will look for all the great procedures manual, followed by meticulously without much excitement going through the motion doing the project. You will not have fun. You just properly do things. Not exactly a bad thing, but yeah, just properly do things. If you're a boss, hire more air. Air will go to do things and not complain and just do things properly for you. All right. Then lastly, the island. Everybody is really nice. Not a lot of people want to make decisions. You'll probably have a scenario whereby people will say, I think you're right. No, 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 I think you're right. It's okay. I'm so sorry. So people will start to like being pushy, push to one another. Wait, what is this? Oh, just Kok Xiang sending the links. Okay. Okay, so this is where we will get everybody uh, to participate. All right. So the moderators will help to actually break everybody into the breakout rooms based on the different element that you have stated in your name. And you were to create a short sharing, not exactly a presentation. Like in the team, because you are all of the same element, how do you think you would like people to approach you? How do you think you would like people not to approach you? And how do you think you will add value to teamwork? Okay, just to make things easier for everybody, once you have broken into your team, the most senior in the team will be the facilitator that goes through this question. The most youngest level one will be the one doing the sharing. Okay, so everybody don't need to decide who will do what. Okay, moderators can help me with this to break them into their different elements.
Okay, I will send them to the rooms.
Yeah, we will take 10 minutes for this.
You probably have to come into the rooms to tell us or the time.
Okay, I can, no problem.
Right. Rooms are open. Sign to forest. Sign to wow, there's quite a lot of mountains.
I think that's what makes us judges. Everybody very into.
All right, the rest are ungrouped. We got 2 islands, 8 mountains, 1 forest, 5 plains.
So sad, one forest.
Yeah.
The forest for Liao.
Okay, Vince is plains. Okay. Sugeng is in plains. Yeah, pushing it.
I think the co-host thing has been removed from me. I can't see the rooms.
Hang on, let me give it you. No, I think you need. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Can you see?
I can already.
Okay. Okay. The rest of the people are not in groups.
Okay. The rest of the people, maybe they choose where they want to go. If they don't want, I help them.
Yeah, you go
I'll
ahead
throw them
first.
everything to forest and island.
Okay. I'll make you the host, just in case you need.
Okay.
I'll jump into island.
Okay.
I think you need to push me inside. So are we going to call them back soon?
Wait, let me see the time. I think can give them 3 more minutes lah.
Okay.
But I need your help to. Oh, okay, you make already.
Make what?
Well, let me share the screen first. Then we wait to call them back. Share screen. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I sent a broadcast message to say about 3 minutes.
Okay.
Shall we call them back?
Okay.
Yep, still people streaming back in, so give them a little bit of time. Meanwhile, do consolidate some of your responses, your chats. I think some of them actually shared in the chat box already. So we have Robin and Michael sharing.
Okay.
Can help being
All right.
simple.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. So, for the sharing, there is a particular sequence. Okay, so all this taken care of. Don't need to fight. Okay, let me next slide. Okay, so we'll first have island to share, followed by forest, plains, and mountain. If you are wondering why there's a slope for mountain, so for island to the front, not because they are always the one asking response, 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 but rather because they are the more emotional individuals. All right, so can we get island? I will put it inside. Sure, no problem. So from there, I'll read it out. It's okay. So how to approach? They say that to be friendly, to smile, and not to be bossy, grumpy towards them. So how do they add value? They add value by keeping the team together. They will be the mediator. They will be the negotiator for island. All right. Once again, there is no correct or wrong answer. Later on, I will share with you all some tips from the psychologists. All right. How about Forest? Forest, anybody? You can share through the mic, or you want to share through the chat, it's fine, don't worry. Forest, anybody? I think Forest or Forest All right, so Robin says that how to approach. Don't approach the forest. And then not to talk too much, doing nothing. Okay, very practical individual. Okay, then how to add value? Getting jobs done. Yeah, that's the most important. Getting the jobs done. Quick problem solving. Just me alone. Can, no problem. All right, so now we move on to the planes. Planes, anybody want to share? Actually, it's not everybody. Yeah. Planes should already have someone to share. Come, planes. Who's the youngest level 1 in planes? I see there's a lot of plains and mountains. Cannot be nobody. Planes. Planes still logically think how to share. No need to think. How planes? Or you all need more time to consolidate your essay. Anybody from planes? We have it. Okay. All right. So finally, you all finished debating. Okay. So planes. Wow. So there are 2 responses for planes. Okay. So first response: how to approach directly, politely. Not to approach should not be with excessive confidence. Are you targeting one group of people? But never mind, that one we leave it to later on. All right, so from Sugang, how to approach you? Approach cautiously and slowly. Do not show signs of aggression. Actually, quite similar. Peacefully. Play MTG, food pantry. Yeah. Get direct to the point with what you want. No small talk needed. That one seems to be a little bit forest. Be yourself or be comfortable. Okay. How not to approach you? Surprise backstab. Okay, that one I think everybody don't like. Steal my food arrogantly. Please don't act be like we are close until we know more about you. This one is very true, because planes generally very logical. So logical person will say, is this person trying to do something, or does this person want something? That's why he's acting like so close, but in fact we are not really that close. Maybe we just met yesterday. So what value do you bring in a team? Planning things and create systems? Yes, very logical. They are your best person to create standard operating procedures and stuff, and methods to do things. And the A game, okay. I'm focused when there's a goal at hand. Some of them seems to be more foresty. All right. Okay, so last group. where most of the judges are the mountain. Come on, RDW, you gain haste. You gain haste, give me your answer. You gain haste. You should be the fastest to throw your answer out. Yeah. Yeah, having chaos is very common because mountains are like this. You're usually the party animal. You're the life of the party, in fact. So understandable, but it's okay. Later on, I will share more about the 3 pointers so that y'all can bring back as tips. If in some way you identify what sort of element the other person is, when you're free, you all should do this with your partner and your family. It can be quite fun, but it can also land you into trouble. All right, can. Okay, so moving to the next part. A little quiz. All right, a little quiz. Read all these 4 statements. Can you put in sequence who do you think each one of them are? Don't need to spell out everything. Just put F, P, M, I. Yeah, put in the sequence. What do you think is in the sequence from top to bottom? What do you think which element says all this? Anybody? Yeah, you need a girlfriend to join this topic. Okay, anybody want to guess? Okay. Michael says it's forest, island, mountain, and plains. And then Enoch says island, forest, mountain, and plains. All right, so everybody glanced through, everybody had a guess. If you don't feel like typing, it's fine. We'll still share with you the answer. Okay, so the first one. Come on, face the facts. We have to make the changes now. We are not getting results. Just get on with it. Does that sound like someone? Someone that wants things to be done, objective driven. Okay, so if your answer starts with F, you are on the right track. So the first one is forest. So the second one, I think some of the changes are necessary, but people are getting frustrated. There's hardly any support. I am not sure we are doing the right thing. I am not sure. People are getting frustrated. Don't you think it's someone that is thinking for others? A little bit emotions in this part. So the second one, if your answer is I, you're right, it's the island. So you can see I'm putting emphasis on the keywords to actually identify what sort of expression in these different individuals would usually use in their daily lifestyle. And later on, when you talk to your friends, talk to your family, you can start to identify all these small things that how they actually talk. You'll find out what is their more dominant elements in them. All right, the next one. Hey, don't worry. There are lots more ways to do this. Let's go to the canteen. Okay, so very candid. Like very chill, want to have fun. Okay, quite obvious. So this is the mountain. All right, so quite a few says mountain. That's correct. Last one, change again. This is getting us nowhere. Anyway, there are existing guidelines. Why can't we just stick to them? So this goes to the planes. Someone that is logical, someone that think of systems, thinks of procedures to get things done. All right, so next one. Once again, let's try. Let's play this game. First liner, I feel we should listen to everyone first. Then we can decide together what to do. Who is this? There's a step-by-step way to get there. Let's plan it out and decide who will do what. The next liner, we are doing great so far and we can do so much better. Let's brainstorm the possibility storm. Then the last one, this is how to do it. Just follow me. I will get you there. Or maybe the last one, the tone wrong. This is how to do it. Just follow me. I will get you there. Okay, so the answers are flowing in. Island, plains, mountains, forests. All right, spot on. That is the correct sequence. If you have get it, that sequence, you are right. So it's island, plains, mountain, and forest. Once again, the first one, why island? Because I feel. And then to everyone, island will always bank on their feelings and care for people, others, care for people around them. Okay, second one, step by step way, sequence, procedures. That's your planes, that's your logical people. All right. The third one, possibility storms, brainstorm to a possibility storm. That is your mountain. All right. Irony, that's your mountain. That's not your island. Okay. And then the last one, follow me. I'll get you there. That is your forest. You're very firm, objective-driven individuals. All right. So hope everybody had fun. Just now, let me share with you some tips from your discussions earlier. All right, hot tips. When speaking to a particular element, okay, this is not how you should speak, okay? This is when you know that person is something. The person is a mountain. The person is an island, okay? So from top to bottom, the forest, the plains, the island, the mountain, okay? So the next few slides will be in this sequence. The first one, the forest. When speaking to, the person would like you to be direct, be quick, look them in the eye. Okay, chop chop. Just tell them, go straight to the point, what they want to hear, what you need them to do. They will be happy to entertain you. All right, for the planes, speak slowly and precisely, be very logical and sequential. Don't like jump from facts to facts, jump around the room, beat the bush. They wouldn't like it, they wouldn't appreciate. The island, we want you to speak slowly, softly, smile with your eyes. Look like you care, put in more emotions. Don't worry, we are finishing in 3 slides. All right. Then the mountain, speak quickly, smile, be animated, very intonation. So the mountain wants you to be excited, wants you to show excitement to them, with them. All right. Next one, you move to when correcting them. Okay, when you correct them in a conversation. For us, explain what's wrong. Let them fix it. The keyword, let them fix it. Don't try to throw things at them. They will be annoyed. Okay. Okay. Then for the planes, clarify the desired results. Let them suggest what to do. Okay, see the difference? The forest wants to settle it. The planes wants to let you understand what is the logic behind their thinking. Okay, that's the difference. All right, then island, once again, very emotional. Please thank them for their effort. Explain what to do and why. So you start off by saying, thank you for helping. Maybe you can do it this way because yeah. So this is how you should talk to an island very politely. That is also how you should talk to your bosses. This is a tip. Talk to your bosses like this. I think it helps. All right. No matter what sort of person your boss is, talk to them nicely. Or if you're in a service line, choose the island approach. It will always help you a lot. Even as a judge. All right. As a judge, thank people. I think it will soften the ground first. All right. Okay, lastly, the mountain. Explain why you need the results. Otherwise, the fellow will start to think about other things already, and then let them suggest. Sometimes letting them suggest is not exactly a bad thing, because he will give you 101 solutions whereby some of them actually works. Okay, the next one. When advising, all right. So when advising a forest, as you can see from the past two, more or less, it's kind of links. The forest wants you to be quick and then do not disturb. Like how our friend have responded earlier. I'm alone, don't touch me. Yeah. So give them the bullet points. the desired results. They want you to be sharp as possible, crystal clear. Advise what kind of thing you're trying to tell me. All right. And then the planes. Yeah, don't touch me if it's not important. That is very true. All right. So the planes, know and explain how it fits in the big picture, because it shows the planes person that you are thinking logically. Okay, that you are in a position of strength to advise him or her. For the island, explain the value and the meaning. Value, because value usually drives why someone has to think of something or have to do someone for someone else. Okay, the feelings. All right, then the last one for the mountain, give opinions, and of course, always stay positive. Okay, the last slide. When motivating them, okay, when motivating a mountain, it is counterintuitive by works. When you know that you are facing a mountain, acknowledge the challenge. Tell him, yes, it is a challenge. You can do it. Tell your mountain friend will appreciate. No, sorry, not mountain. Your forest friend will appreciate. Right? So you make your forest friend feels what he wants to feel. Let him feel like it's his home ground. He's the one fighting the battle hard. All right. So for the planes, clarifying the importance and relevance of the plan. See, once again, it's plan. Keywords, procedures, plans, methods, sequence. All right, all these things, just keep in mind, you will not offend a plane's individual. All right, so for island, once again, it's very simple. The feelings, demonstrate trust. Let the person knows that you can be trusted. Do things very kindly out of your heart. The person will know it. All right. And then for lastly, for mountain, once again, be enthusiastic, fit to his level of energy and future focus. Don't talk about the past. Trust me, mountain individuals don't like to talk about the past, because the mountain individual tell you, I cannot do anything about the past. let's talk about the future. Let's talk about possibility. Let's talk about how to do things better. That is mountains. All right, that's mountains. Okay, so I think that's the end of my sharing. If you have any questions, you all can ask. Otherwise, enjoy the comics.